The millionaire falls for a dancer after trying to win back his ex in a shocking twist. Daniel Carter's world had always been about control. Sharp suits, sharper mind, and an empire built from scratch. Yet here he was, standing in the middle of New York's grandest charity ball, heart pounding like a bass drum, and chest tight like someone had grabbed it with icy hands. The autumn lights outside cast a golden glow on the city's skyscrapers, but inside the glittering ballroom, Daniel felt swallowed by shadows. He had one goal tonight: win back Emily. The breakup was fresh, raw, and jagged. She slipped away like smoke, leaving a hollow ache and restless nights stacked like dark clouds in his mind. The crowd buzzed with champagne and whispered gossip, each murmur rolling over him like thunder. Did you see him try to charm her back? Pathetic. But then, through the crowd, she appeared. Not Emily. Sophia, a dancer. Something about her was magnetic and wild, a stark contrast to Daniel's cold, measured world. Her movements were fluid, full of fire, like flickering flames cutting through the polished floor. She smiled, that enigmatic curve of lips that hinted at secrets. And for the first time in weeks, Daniel's breath caught, not because of loss, but something unknown and alive. The night spun faster. The orchestra's melody soared. Daniel found himself drawn into Sophia's orbit, her eyes sparkling with passion and pain, as if she carried storms inside her. He barely noticed when Emily's name came up again, whispered with venom by guests who watched him closely, their laughter sharp and cruel. His hands trembled beneath his tuxedo, an unfamiliar sensation that shook his usual calm. Then, the blow. A whispered truth slipped like poison into his ear. Emily didn't want him back. Not really. Not ever. The words cut deeper than any knife, twisting his gut, dragging him under. Had everything be a lie? His mind raced. His heartbeat broke into a wild rhythm. He looked at Sophia, who was watching him with something unreadable. Was it pity, challenge, desire? The glittering chandeliers flickered, as if sensing the chaos inside him. The music faltered for a moment, and in that sudden silence, Daniel stood at a crossroads. Stay in the safe cage of the past, or leap into the wild unknown Sophia represented. But who was she, really? And why did she haunt him like a shadow in the spotlight? His fingers grazed hers, a small touch, electric and terrifying. The night held its breath. Daniel's next move could shatter everything, or build something new from the ruins. Hey, before we continue with this amazing story, I need to give you an important heads up. Many subscribers have reported that YouTube removed their subscriptions without warning. Just quickly check that red button below to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. I don't want you to miss any exclusive content coming your way. And while you're at it, leave that powerful like. It helps me a lot with the algorithm. Oh, and tell me in the comments, what city are you watching from? I love getting to know each incredible person who is part of this community. Your participation makes all the difference. Let's interact. His fingers grazed hers. A small touch, electric and terrifying. The night held its breath. Then, just as Daniel was about to speak, a sharp, piercing scream shattered the moment. The music stopped. Glasses clinked awkwardly. Then silence slammed down like a heavy weight. Heads snapped toward the grand staircase, where a figure crumpled, clutching a bloodied hand against the white marble. Daniel's heart leapt. His eyes locked on the woman. Panic exploded in the room. People gasped, whispered, running around like wildfire. Someone yelled, "Call 911! Someone help her!" Daniel pushed through the crowd, every step pounding in his ears, his breath ragged and shallow. Emily collapsed onto the stairs, eyes wild with terror, lips trembling as she tried to speak. Daniel knelt beside her, fear slicing through his chest sharper than any knife. "Who did this?" he demanded, voice shaking. Emily's gaze flickered, fixed, haunted and desperate. "It's him." Her voice cracked like glass. "My brother. He didn't want me with you." Shock slammed Daniel silent. In the buzz of murmurs, someone near the entrance called out, "Stay back!" The man's still inside. He's dangerous. Suddenly, the heavy doors burst open. A tall figure stood there, dark coat pulled tight, eyes burning fury. The room froze, faces blanched. Daniel's blood ran cold. Something unbearable twisted in his gut. The man strode forward. Not a stranger. Daniel's breath hitched. The wild power in the man's eyes was too familiar, too close. "Tom?" Daniel whispered, disbelief choking him. Sophia's hand gripped his arm. Her grip was tight, almost painful. Her eyes were fierce, warning. "Tom Reynolds," she said softly, "Emily's brother." Her voice was low but deadly, like a blade sliding free. The shock shoved Daniel back, breath shuddering. Emily's terrifying secret spilled out all at once. Not just a breakup, not just lost love. This was a war, one Daniel hadn't imagined. A danger lurking beneath every smile, every perfect suit. Tom's gaze snapped to Daniel. "You think you can just buy your way into our lives? Control everything? Control her?" His voice was cold, venom sharp enough to freeze the room. Emily whimpered, clutching the wound, voice breaking. "Please, just leave us alone." But Tom's fury boiled over. Suddenly, he pulled something from inside his coat, a folded photo, crumpled and stained. He threw it onto the marble floor between them. Daniel crouched to look. The photo was blurry, but clear enough to shatter his breath. Daniel and Sophia, together, too close, too intimate, smiling like a secret they didn't want to hide. Daniel's hands trembled. Sophia's calm mask cracked. Her eyes darted away fast, afraid, Emily's voice barely a whisper, trembling. "That's not what you think." But Tom's eyes burned with savage truth. "You lied. All of you. This whole thing was a trap." His fingers curled into a fist, shaking with rage. Daniel's world exploded. All the control, the plans, the carefully built empire. It felt like ash in his mouth. Sophia's secret wasn't just mystery or pain. It was betrayal. Emily's pain wasn't just heartbreak. It was fear. And Daniel was caught in the middle of a storm he never saw coming. The chandeliers flickered again. The silence stretched, heavy and suffocating. Daniel looked from Emily's pale face to Sophia's shifting gaze, heart pounding a raw, relentless beat. Who was Sophia, really, and why did her smile hide a knife? This night, meant to reclaim a love lost, had flipped into something unrecognizable, dangerous and deep. Daniel's chest tightened. The red stain on the marble was spreading, but so was the dark truth, seeping into every cracked corner of his life. And now, standing there in the cold glare of the ballroom, Daniel had one brutal question burning through his mind. How long had he been fooled? Daniel's breath caught again. The room seemed to tilt, the chandeliers flickering like warning lights. The